Hey guys, Kate with Socialite here. Today I am sharing some pretty exciting announcements with you guys. So if you are looking for a faster, more efficient, more effective, and more beautiful way to market your business in the home industry, this is the episode that you need to be listening to. And if you want to see what I'm talking about in this episode, make sure you watch the Kate Show podcast on YouTube, or you can also watch it in the Spotify app. I am so thrilled to be bringing this stuff to you guys. It is the first public look at some of our new offerings, and it definitely changes the game as far as marketing. So my big question that I want you to consider today is, would your marketing get done faster if someone else was doing like half of the work or more for you? Well, of course it would. And that's what the Socialite agency has been doing since 2016. We've been offering marketing templates and template customization, but recently we did a couple new things. So number one, I'm just going to get right into it. No gatekeeping here. We launched over 350 Flodesk email templates, and each one is on a different topic relevant to the home industry, whether you are a home stager, a workroom professional, a window treatment dealer, or a professional organizer, or an interior designer, or design build firm. You will have content that is ready to use for your marketing. It was a ton of work creating all these templates, so a huge shout out and thank you to my amazing content manager, Natasha. Every template includes, like I said, a different topic relevant to your business, and text and images. And of course, those things can be changed. We change those things quite often for our clients. But to be honest, about half of our clients use our content as is, and they get great results from it. The other half of our clients will have us do customization services for them, just so they can be certain the content looks exactly like them and exactly the way they want it to. But it's vastly faster and more affordable than working one-on-one with someone to create something completely custom for you every time, because at the end of it, our templates still have the same results and the same impact. So it just makes a ton of sense. Now, today on the podcast, I am pulling back the curtain, or the drapery rather, on the massive amount of marketing templates that we offer and how you can use them. Plus, like I said, I'm giving you an early look at our new templates for Mailchimp as well as Flodesk, because guys, this brings me to my other announcement. We found a way to make Mailchimp templates look like Flodesk. In fact, I shared this with one of my current clients recently, and she was like, I kind of want to switch over to Flodesk because Mailchimp is clunky and I don't really like their aesthetic. And I was like, you know what? I get it. But did you know Mailchimp has a new builder, and the new builder operates a lot like the one in Flodesk. Plus, we have created our own in-house template in Mailchimp that looks like something you might get from Flodesk. Say what? I know, it's amazing. Now, you're not going to find this really pretty, airy, feminine Mailchimp template anywhere else. I looked high and low for them. I promise you, the only way people were able to create aesthetically pleasing newsletters in Mailchimp was by using Canva. Basically, design the newsletter in Canva, then drop it into a Mailchimp email as an image. Problem is, images don't always show up, especially big images, in newsletters. So when people were sending out those Mailchimp emails full of a Canva designed newsletter, the newsletter was blank. It was like completely useless, total waste of time, terrible idea. And that's not something I ever recommend doing. Mailchimp has been my go-to for a very long time, and it will continue to be because they have a great product. And honestly, their pricing is a little better than Flodesk. Just saying. But it doesn't matter whether you use Mailchimp or Flodesk, or you are looking to switch to one of those. We offer templates for that. And now we offer really, really pretty templates. I'm so excited. If you want to see what I'm talking about, like I said, make sure you're watching on YouTube or Spotify. All right, guys, let's get into it. I'll be sharing my screen so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. This episode of The Kate Show is brought to you by HoneyBook. I love using HoneyBook for my business because it helps create a streamlined workflow when people decide they want to work with me. Because, there's one thing to do the right marketing to get the client. There's quite another to impress them all the way through the end of the project. And with HoneyBook, my clients are able to review and sign their proposal, make their payment, and then be told what to do next, all in one fell swoop. I've set up automations that remind them when they need to send me certain assets so that their website project can go off without a hitch.
And if you've ever worked with us, you know that HoneyBook kept you on track, it kept us on track, and it was really easy to use. If you're interested in using HoneyBook for your business, go to honeybook.com and use the code SOCIALITE at checkout for 50% off your first year. This episode of The Kate Show is brought to you by the Foundation website. Guys, if you need a new website for your business, but you can't afford a fully custom site, or you just don't have that much time to spare, you should check out the semi-custom website design service from the Socialite Agency for home pros who need more than just a DIY website template. How many times have you purchased a website template only to never use it or get stuck because you don't know how to complete it? You don't know how to connect all the things. And well, doesn't that end up being a waste of money? It does. That's why the Foundation website exists. If you want a professional to set up your website, handle your on-site SEO, optimize your images, and write your copy, and you want to maintain full control over that website moving forward, this website is for you. You'll be able to see what's included and what's not included by heading over to katethesocialite.com, and under the services page, click on semi-custom website design. Every great build begins with a solid foundation, and we've made it easy. You'll be able to learn exactly how the process works, why we have a 10 business day turnaround, and why we can keep the fees so darn affordable with no ongoing fees to us whatsoever. The cool thing is, and the thing that a lot of our clients appreciate, is that when you get our website, whether it's fully custom or semi-custom like this one, we are available to help make updates to your site. We only charge you when you actually need an update made, which means that months, years might go by. You don't have to pay us a dime. But when you're ready for help, we're there to help you. Head over to katethesocialite.com and look under the services tab to get the website your business deserves.
All right, guys. So right now I'm going to show you a quick tour of our Flodesk template. Now, keep in mind that we have over 350 of these, and we've got topics related to interior design, design build, organizing, staging, and window treatments. So there's a lot to choose from. This one in particular is about interior design, the 3 layers of lighting that you should have. And I'm going to give you a little tour here. So basically it's got image and then text, beautiful intro, beautiful line work, and a little bit of handwritten number. Of course, that can be removed if you don't like it, but all the text is professionally written and edited. And then, of course, anywhere you see my image, my name, my branding, that would be replaced with yours. And if you want to change the photos that are used, if you want to edit the text, that's something that's easy for you to do on your own, or you can, of course, have us do it as well. So that is our Flodesk template. Now, if you're curious about Flodesk, we do have a discount code for 50% off your entire first year of Flodesk. So if that is something you are interested in, I suggest that you reach out. That is a discount we extend to our clients. And the beauty of Flodesk is that it's very simplified. Now, in some ways, I do believe it's been oversimplified. It also costs a little bit more than Mailchimp, but by and large, it's a great fit for people who are running a business in the home industry, and they really need to get a monthly newsletter out there. They also want to offer a lead magnet, and it's great for all of that. Now I'm going to show you our Mailchimp version. So I'm going to switch which screen I'm sharing. And those of you listening, I'm sorry you can't see this. You're going to wish that you had. All right. So now you can see our Mailchimp version, and doesn't it look suspiciously like Flodesk? I mean, quite pretty. Now, this is just one with filler images and filler text. It's no specific topic because this is just something we're still developing. So the design of it has been finalized, but now we're putting it in with various topics, over 350, no big deal. So we've got the opening header, and then the title, the intro paragraph, side-by-side image and text with more beautiful line art, kind of like you saw in the Flodesk version. Then we deviate a little bit from the Flodesk version and make it unique. Got a really awesome header, and all the way down to the profile image of you, your bio, the call to action. And the reason why our email templates are so effective is because we eliminate the distracting elements. So distracting elements would be like talking about more than one topic, meaning if you're trying to share um, actual newsletter content, so like what to expect when you remodel or something, but then you're also throwing in, here's a company update, here's a photo from my recent trip, and here's what I posted on my blog, and here's my latest Instagram photos. That's too much. And unfortunately, when you put all of those distracting elements in a newsletter, it makes it pretty much worthless. In order to have a newsletter that will remind people you exist, make it easier for them to refer you, or even realize that they need to hire you yet again or for the first time, you should have only a couple things. One topic that is related to your clients and your services, one call to action that tells them what to do next. And in these newsletters, you saw that it was like, click here to contact us. So that might go to your discovery call booking page, or it might go to your website contact form, or it might just link directly to your email address so that when they click it, a new email pops up in their browser and they can send a message to you right then and there. Or they can simply click reply like you'd reply to any other email when they receive your newsletter. But those are the calls to action that we often have in our templates. And now it can change to anything that you want, but that is what we recommend, because the whole point of a newsletter is to start a conversation. If you are sending people back to your website to look at a blog post, and blogging's at the beginning of the sales funnel, whereas a newsletter's at the end, you're actually sending people backward in the sales funnel. And then it's another distracting element. So now they're on your website, they're reading your blog post, then they're probably going to hop over to your social media or close their tab or whatever, and you've lost them. You had their attention, you had their undivided attention in their inbox. Do not send them somewhere else, because it's actually shooting yourself in the foot. So we make sure to remove all the unnecessary elements from an email newsletter. And then we also focus on topics that are not DIY. DIY topics are only helpful if you're trying to serve a DIY client. And we see a lot of business owners in the home industry default to either creating content for their colleagues, which is completely irrelevant to the homeowner who might hire them, or they create content for the homeowner, but it's DIY. So like, how to figure out your design style is a popular mistake that people will write about. Your job as the interior designer is to help people figure out their design style. So trying to teach them how to do it themselves is actually not going to be very helpful unless you have some sort of thing they can purchase to help them do that. So case in point, my own business. I'm selling templates that can be used to DIY, but I'm also selling customization services, which a lot of people use because they're like, I understand it's way affordable. It's so smart to do it this way. Why wouldn't I? Because I know I'm not going to sit down every single month and pick out a template and customize it myself. I'm just not going to do that. So if you're honest with yourself, do your clients really want to sit down and figure out what their design style is on their own apart from you? No, they really don't. And if they do, there are thousands, if not millions, of resources on Pinterest to help them do that. So you've got to send email content that is deeper, that is more about thought leadership, that is more specific to you. And I'm going to show you some of the topics that we create for people, some by request from our clients, and others just based on what we know you need to be saying, from our marketing agency perspective, in order to land more of the right clients. So I am going to bring up some actual topics. And those of you who are just listening, you'll be able to hear me read off the topics. Those of you who are watching will have the benefit of actually seeing these things, which is so helpful. All right, so let me share my screen again. And we have various categories for email marketing. So interior design and build, windows and upholstery, home organizing, home staging, seasonal holidays, and special situations. Now, special situations might be like you just rebranded and you want to announce it, or you just moved, or you're hosting an event, or you took a trip and you want to talk about it, because you can send emails about your recent trip, but it shouldn't be jumbled in there with a bunch of other topics. So like we do have those things, or project reveal, or a shop. If you're opening a shop, whether it's a side door or a physical storefront, in our specialty category, you will have all the email marketing templates that you need for those purposes. But when it comes to things that we find people have a really hard time creating, we've got tons of resources for those. So, starting with our interior design and build category, some of the topics we have right now include how to furnish your dream bedroom, which involves purchasing product through you, of course, as the designer, or designer audition tips. This was requested by one of our current clients. He was like, I want people to understand the things that they should be looking for in an interior designer, and they shouldn't just hire anyone because they showed up on Google, which is so true. We have some very, very unique topics like luxury pet gate shopping guides, because this particular client had a lot of clients with pets and needed something completely tailored to that. And then we have things that are a little bit broader, like furniture stores versus interior designers. So you might have seen various furniture stores trying to sell design services, but the people they have offering those services are not actually designers. That was another one requested by a client. And then going on, we have how to style a beautiful foyer. Now, interestingly enough, when we say how to style a beautiful foyer, we are not teaching the client how to style her own foyer. We are explaining how the interior designer comes in, specs wallpaper, specs the various light fixtures, makes sure everything is measured correctly, gets a rug of the appropriate size, and puts it all together, and also explains the impact that has on the overall design of your home, because now you're making a great first impression from the moment someone sets foot in the door. It is not explaining how the homeowner can go buy this, that, or the other thing and put it together herself, because like I said, there are plenty of resources on Pinterest for those who are more DIY minded.
Do you find yourself turning on the news and feeling hopeless? Woke agendas, open borders, inflation due to out of control spending, and the list goes on. There is something you can do about it. Buy from companies that believe what you and I believe. We need to stick together now more than ever, and there has been one company willing to stand with you since 2012. Patriot Mobile is America's only Christian conservative wireless provider. They offer the very best nationwide 4G and 5G coverage on all networks. In fact, they use the same towers as the major carriers. Patriot Mobile has service plans to fit any budget, and their 100% US-based customer support team provides exceptional customer support. More importantly, Patriot Mobile shares your values and supports organizations fighting for religious freedom, your constitutional rights, the sanctity of life, and our veteran and first responder heroes. Switch to Patriot Mobile now and get free activation with the code KATE. Go to patriotmobile.com/Kate and use the promo code KATE to get free activation. Guys, on a personal note, I have been using Patriot Mobile for about a year and a half, and it has been amazing. Not only was I able to keep my phone number, and have amazing coverage, I was also able to get on a plan that just made more financial sense for me and my family. And if you go to patriotmobile.com/Kate, you're going to be able to do things like check your coverage to make sure that you will have the right amount of coverage for your location, choose a plan that works for you, get a new phone if you need one, bring your own device, keep your phone number, and even get cellular internet. It's kind of amazing. There are personal plans, or if you have a bigger business, then you can also get business plans with them too, and get your employees, all your team members on Patriot Mobile. Guys, go to patriotmobile.com/Kate and use the code KATE for free activation.
We also have how to use various color palettes. So how the designer uses color palettes. 3 layers of lighting. So what 3 layers of lighting should be used in the kitchen, for example. Architectural woodwork and millwork. Renovation expectations. Designer for a day. Luxury ADU design must-haves. So you'll see some of these, they alternate between super duper specific and then a little bit more broad, so that you have a lot of different options. To move on here, custom built-in bookcase design styles. So those of you who are doing custom built-ins, that's for you. Or Furniture 101, designer versus retail. Or how designers benefit builders. Or how to use performance fabrics. Intro to custom cabinetry. And then for those of you who are watching, you can see there's a button to load more. We have even more topics, but I'm not going to go through all of them because we'd be here all day. I'm going to switch over to windows and upholstery. And we have some of the same topics because they relate. So like how to furnish your dream bedroom, but then we have different ones like window treatment upgrades, which is a popular one with our Hunter Douglas dealers. And then hard to dress windows. So think arched windows, huge windows, patio glass doors, And then there's kitchen window treatment ideas, the uses of Krypton, drapery selection, which is basically just you guiding your client through here's how we select, fabricate, and design drapery for your space. 3 top treatments for windows. There's another one about window treatment critique, which is kind of a fun one because it basically just goes through all the different window treatment styles that a lot of people probably still have, but are not aware that they are very much outdated. We also have things on cord safety, especially since that recent law was passed where you cannot sell corded window treatments anymore. You guys know the one I'm talking about. I can't remember the name of it, but that was a big one. Then there's a custom workroom workflow newsletter where it can be used to explain to interior designers or to homeowners, here's how our workroom operates when you commission items from us. There's so much here, guys. And if for some reason you were to log into the vault, which is where we house all of these things, and you were like, oh, I don't see a newsletter template that works for me, but you have an idea, you can send your idea to us, and 99% of the time we turn that idea into a full-fledged newsletter. We don't need lots of notes from you. We just need a few ideas of where you want to take the topic, and then we run with it from there. Hopping over to home organizing, some of our topics include Decluttering Guide 101, Beauty Supplies Organization, Back to School Organizing Tips, as we are at the end of August, so it's time for that. Space Declutter and Refresh, which is where we explain how the organizer will come in and do just that. Organizing maintenance packages so that people understand what you can offer them after you've organized their space. Organizing digital photos, virtual organizing, digital files, organizer for a day, organize your brain. That's really going into the thought leadership behind why our homes need to be organized, because they affect our brain, and we need to keep that sorted out too, because our brain is like one big filing cabinet that's often cluttered. Going on and on, professional kitchen organization, home office organizing, the in-home organizing consult, telling people what to expect when you come to their home, dealing with emotional clutter, so another thought leadership piece, and then pro organizing, what to expect, because some people have no idea what to expect from a professional organizer. They think that it's going to look like the home edit. It might not. This is your opportunity to explain to them what they can expect. And then hopping over to home staging for all my stagers out there. And we've got a lot of people who offer both design services and staging services. And the good thing is that when you get on one of our vault plans, you have access to all the content, which means that you have staging content, you have design content, you have organizing content, you have whatever you need. All right, so this is why we go through why neutral colors are best for staging, because a lot of our stagers firmly believe that. And then staging for MLS photo shoots, stylish front door staging, exterior makeover tips. Staging isn't interior design, so there's a drawing a hard line between those two things. And then maximalist staging, or staging for the millennial home buyer, or why realtors need staging consults. So the point of the real estate staging newsletters is really to align the stager with the real estate agent, not necessarily with the homeowner or the home seller, because we need to pursue the relationship with the realtor far beyond that of the homeowner, so that you keep getting those consistent leads coming in from the realtor. All right, moving on to, well, I'm going to skip seasonal holidays because it's seasonal. It's Thanksgiving, it's Christmas, it's Easter, it's Halloween, it's whatever. But I will show you some of the special situations that I mentioned earlier. So we've got vendor spotlight, where you can highlight a vendor that you really love working with, and hopefully they'll highlight you in their newsletter, so you can get some cross marketing there. There's general welcome email, so that's helpful if it's the first newsletter you've ever sent and you want to send out an official welcome to my email newsletter. Some people want to send that, some people don't. If you have an area that's like vote for best of in your geographic area, you can send out that newsletter. There are some for press and media features. So if you were featured in a shelter magazine or online, you can talk about that. You can share your vacation highlights. You can send referral thank you notes, website launch announcements. You can talk about your side door collections. You can showcase different projects or products that you offer. You can share a lead magnet welcome email, which is something that we help our clients set up because we also offer lead magnets in Canva. I am not going to show you all the things that we offer, but I will show you this main menu here. You can see we've got email templates, blog templates, lead magnet templates, social media templates, mastermind replays, and then various other members only resources. So there is a lot in here, but just the email marketing content alone has become quite massive and quite relevant to people in the home industry. And on one of our recent mastermind calls, one of my clients, she's been a client for several years, she was like, I get good feedback from every newsletter that I send. We've definitely landed projects, but recently we got the biggest one ever. It was directly from an email newsletter. Someone replied to it and booked a project with us. That project ended up being $1.2 million. Whoa. Okay. So I shared this with my account manager at Mailchimp because we've reached the point where we have a managed account with them. We've got a great relationship with Mailchimp. They are very good to us. And even my account manager was like, holy cow, you've got to send me this lady's information. I want to share that with my team. Because the thing is, when our clients win, we win. So does Mailchimp, so does Flodesk. Like everybody wins. So we are all in this together. And the goal of what we're doing is to help you, the home industry professional, the business owner, be successful and not spend tons of time or money or stress on your marketing. All right, guys, that is what I have for you today. And for those of you who are watching, the sunlight totally just changed in my office. So now I've got this like super golden glow going on. That was not intentional. Just want you to know, nor was it a camera malfunction. It's literally natural lighting is like that. So wow. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being here. I will talk to you next time. And until then, keep your marketing simple, your message clear. And if you need to get your hands on these marketing templates or use our marketing services, head over to katethesocialite.com. Bye.